Hello and welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson we're going to be talking about another very important skill for the drummer, that is the double stroke roll. A double stroke roll is defined as a constant sequence of strokes that alternates between two right hands and two left hands constantly, over and over and over again. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay, the first thing we're going to be able to do with the double stroke roll is to be able to play these in a manner in which we start each one of the hits. Okay, so we are going to hit right, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. What I want you to notice is the fact that every time I strike the drum, I am moving my arm and my wrist. So I am initiating each one of the strokes. Okay? So what I recommend to do is to start slow and progressively start getting faster and faster. What's going to happen eventually is that you're going to get to a speed where you can no longer do this fast enough if you're actually doing that, where you start each one of the hits. Now what you need to start doing is to start bouncing the sticks, and that allows you to go almost 3 times faster. Okay, it allows you to go much faster now that you can actually bounce a stick. Okay, so you can see right there that I'm getting 2 hits, but my arm and my hand is only moving once. See that? 1 motion, 2 hits. Okay. Now, how do we get there? That's actually a fairly difficult skill because the motion, the mechanics of it are actually very complex, and it takes a while to develop this skill. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out at first. Okay? What I want you to do for now is I want you to get a practice pad or a snare drum or any other bouncing surface and a drumstick. Okay? And what I want you to do is to just try this exercise. So what you're doing is you're striking the drum, but instead of pulling the stick back up and allowing it to come back, you're continuing to put pressure on it to keep it bouncing until it runs out of momentum. Okay? Now with the other hand. Okay, now alternate them, one after the other. And just do that for a while. Just get a feel for the motion of the bouncing. You have to have a very light grip in order for the sticks to bounce. You have to almost just pinch them with 3 fingers, okay? So not a lot of activity with your pinky and your ring finger. It's just the first 3. Now what I want you to do after you've mastered that, after you're very comfortable with you're bouncing the stick like this, I want you to now start the same motion, but I want you to pull the stick up and out of there after the second hit. So from that, you go into this. Now you're bouncing. And once you start bouncing the sticks, 2 and 2, now you can really go fast. Okay? So once again, start with just wrist, so just the strokes. Got that master, start with this exercise. And then just rescue the first two. And then put them together to get these. Alright, now one more note about the double stroke roll, and that is your objective is evenness and control. Just like the single stroke roll, you're pursuing complete control over the exercise. You own it. That means that you're relaxed, you can talk to somebody as you do this, and there's no tension in your arms, and more important than anything else, it sounds good. So that means all the hits are very even. Okay, so check it out. Okay, so once again, let's pursue that evenness, complete perfection in this exercise. Practice it with a metronome as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that was it for our lesson on the double stroke roll. I would recommend that you dedicate a little bit every day, a little bit out of every practice routine that you do. You dedicate a few minutes to doing the double stroke roll and double stroke roll alone. Okay, I would recommend that during the beginning stages when you're trying to master this new skill, that you dedicate as much time as possible and make it as consistent as possible. So try to do it a little bit every day rather than, on Mondays I'm going to do double stroke roll. Try to do a little bit every day. Maybe start out every practice session, with a little bit of double stroke and a little bit of single stroke. Okay? All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.